He had it all: private jets, powerful friends, and a secluded island. But he also had a secret that shook the very foundations of the elite world. And then, just like that, he was gone, dead. But was it really suicide? Or was it the perfect cover-up? This isn't just a story about Jeffrey Epstein. It's a story about what they didn't want you to know. Jeffrey Epstein was more than a billionaire. He was a mystery, a question mark hanging over the powerful, the famous, and the corrupt. His arrest in 2019 sent shockwaves across the globe. Ties to presidents, royalty, and Hollywood elites. A private island, a flight log that read like a red carpet guest list. And just when the world was waiting for justice, he was found dead in his jail cell.
The official cause? Suicide. But almost no one believed it. Today, we dive deep into the Epstein incident, his arrest, his elite connections, the secrets of his island, and the dark questions that still remain. Epstein didn't come from money. He began as a math teacher, but somehow found his way into the finance world, managing wealth for the ultra-rich. How he climbed that ladder is still unclear, but what is clear is that Jeffrey Epstein surrounded himself with power, and that power protected him. In 2005, the first accusations emerged. Dozens of underage girls came forward, describing the same horrifying pattern: recruitment, abuse, silence. And yet, despite overwhelming evidence, Epstein received just 13 months in a private wing of a county jail, with permission to leave daily for work. Justice? Or something darker at play? Then there was the island, Little St. James, known by locals as the Island of Sin.
Instead, they found themselves on an island where no one could hear them scream. Witnesses later testified that the abuse on the island wasn't just physical. It was systematic, controlled, organized. Victims were reportedly ordered to service powerful men, politicians, businessmen, royalty. Some of them flew in and out using Epstein's private jet, dubbed the Lolita Express. The Epstein flight log showed dozens of familiar names. Actors, CEOs, even heads of state. And yet, despite all this, few have faced justice.
A place hidden in the Caribbean, surrounded by crystal blue waters, and secrets buried deeper than the ocean floor. At first glance, it looked like a private paradise. Palm trees, white sands, luxury villas, a helipad. But behind its postcard beauty, Little St. James was anything but idyllic. For many, it was a prison without bars, a stage carefully built for exploitation, with no one watching but those in on the act. Epstein bought the island in 1998. From that moment on, its transformation began. Security cameras were installed across the property. Staff were imported from far-off places and kept quiet with non-disclosure agreements. Local boaters were warned not to approach. Some who lived nearby would say they saw girls, young girls, being ferried to the island. Always guarded, always silent. But what really happened on Little St. James? No one knows for sure. And those who do aren't talking. Inside, the buildings were designed for total control. There were no cameras inside the guest suites, at least not visible ones. Some believe there were secret surveillance systems meant to record guests in compromising situations. Blackmail material. In white striped building. From the air, it looked like a bizarre temple, or perhaps a shrine. No one ever officially explained its purpose. Some claim it was nothing more than a music room. Others believe it was something much darker. Why was it designed to look so ceremonial? Why did it have massive fortified doors? Why did some former staff say they were never allowed near it? Conspiracy theories flooded the internet. Rituals, abuse, occult symbolism. Many dismissed them, but the facts speak for themselves. Girls were trafficked. Some were as young as 14.
Epstein's guests were protected by money, influence, and silence. In a world where status means everything, no one wanted to risk being the first to fall. When Epstein was arrested in 2019, authorities raided the island. They seized hard drives, safes, photographs, some of them horrifying. But strangely, much of that evidence has never been released to the public. Why? What was so damaging that even after Epstein's death, it had to remain locked away? There are whispers from insiders, from lawyers, from journalists that the files include videos. Videos that could bring down careers, destroy lives, reveal networks that reach far beyond Epstein. Some believe that's why Epstein died, because dead men don't talk. And the island, it went silent again.
This is the part where truth starts to blur with conspiracy, where we ask, how much do we really know? And how much have we been told to forget? Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but his secrets are not. They live in sealed court documents, in flight logs, in silenced testimonies, in shadows. Was it suicide or something much darker? Tell us what you think in the comments. And if you want more videos like this,